Hello Internet, and welcome back. As you can see, I've done a little bit more twiddling. The layout is a little bit different. The background I thought was a bit too noisy, it was a bit too colourful, a bit too glaring in the other version. And I've altered these boxes around a little bit more now as well. I'm still there in the corner. Hopefully, it'll be synced up reasonably well. But this video I'm going to dedicate to this Parasect team because I think there could be some mileage in it. A lot of people seem to think that it's a pretty good team, and it seems to be pretty popular as well. I've just done one game with it to warm up for this, and I wish I'd recorded it actually, because it was a game actually where Crobat did a lot of work. So I was quite happy to see Crobat pulling its weight, but alas, we've got another standard-looking team here. Using, what was it last time? The Dark Void team actually gained quite a few points climbing the ladder with that team, so a bit higher on the ladder now. But we've got a Lopunny, which is something that I don't think I've played with this team before. Another Amoonguss, which could be a little bit of a problem. Maybe I want Crobat again. Who knows? I think I'm quite happy leading with Crobat and Blaziken. I think I want Raichu in the back. And I think our last Pokemon should be... I want Azumarill actually, no Tyranitar for the Lopunny here as well. Yeah, it's interesting. I have changed a few things with this. I've put the air balloon on Raichu, which I have actually been quite liking, especially in this metagame where Landorus is everywhere, because it means that they have to either target it first to get an earthquake off, or they can't earthquake so freely on the first turn. It restricts their movement, and I've put the goggles on Crobat here, so I can't be rage powdered away taunts from something setting up Trick Room or whatever. I can still taunt something. Yeah, I can still taunt something. So we've got a fast fake out. This Heatran might get a substitute up here. Crobat cannot be flinched here, so I'm actually just going to go for a Brave Bird onto Lopunny and protect with Blaziken. I'm expecting him to fake out the Blaziken. He might get a substitute with Heatran, like I think I just said, but I would rather get rid of his Lopunny, in exchange for him getting a substitute with Heatran. He could switch to Lopunny here, but let's just turn this music down a little bit. But he could just switch it out like that. Okay. And he Mega Evolves, so he is weak to flying now. And, he doesn't get knocked out. Very, very close, though. He does go for the return on the Blaziken, but obviously it is in KO range now. This is an interesting turn, because the Lopunny is the second fastest thing now. Blaziken's the fastest thing. So I don't know if Blaziken can... if Lopunny can one-shot Blaziken. I think it probably can, because it is quite frail, but the hidden power ice here is pretty obvious onto the thingamabob. So what I'm actually going to do is, I don't know, I think I should go for the hidden power onto the Landorus actually. See, there's no point in quick guarding, and I don't really want to bring... I'm just going to go for a safe cross poison and hidden power ice onto the Landorus basically. This does mean that if the Landorus has got an assault vest or something, I might be in a bit of bad news. Or if he switches it out, then okay, fair enough. Or he's doing a lot of double switching here. I don't mind him doing this because it means I'm getting free in quotation marks chip damage on all of his Pokemon. Again, I'm not really too worried here. I'm going to go for a taunt onto Heatran, and I'm going to bring Raichu in. If he goes for a Heat Wave, then Raichu will be taking a fair amount of damage, but I'm expecting him probably to go for a Thunder Wave here. I could Quick Guard, but I want to stop this Heatran getting a substitute up. Although I suppose if it did get a substitute up, bringing Raichu in does mean that I could just Encore it next turn. So I'm not thinking this through entirely correctly, but I'm not going to go back on this move. I'm just going to play it out, you know, as my instinct told me. Because I think he needs to deal with this Blaziken. The Blaziken is the problem for him. So if anything, he might just Earth Power that slot. But Raichu has got a balloon here. Oh, he protects. Okay. And he does, yeah, he does go for the electric move. That's fantastic. So now I'm going to Quick Guard, and I'm going to... Encore is quite obvious on the Heatran. I don't want to get taunted, so that's why I'm going for the Quick Guard. And if he brings the Landorus in, Raichu has got the balloons, so it wouldn't be the worst of situations. So I am just going to Encore the Heatran here. Yeah, let's see how this plays out. So we've seen these two, we've seen Landorus and we've seen Lopunny. So there's no Amoonguss, which is, I suppose it's good. Crobat has got Taunt and the goggles on it. Well, here's the Landorus coming in on this slot. Okay, so Quick Guard, that's good. Heatran Encored into Protect here. Now, he's probably going to go for a Rock Slide, really, because he wants to break my Raichu's Sash. I'm not too worried about him doing that, and he'll probably switch his Heatran for his Lopunny or Thundurus. So, will Crobat survive a Rock Slide? I don't know, I'm going to switch it out for a Azumarill, and I am just going to go for a Hidden Power on this Landorus. On the other team, the team with Gyarados, I had Protect over Hidden Power Ice on Raichu, which I think might potentially be the better move on something like this, but I don't know, we'll see if Hidden Power actually gets some work done here. Okay, so the Rock Slide. Hopefully no flinch on Raichu. Yeah, nice, that's good. I was tempted to go for like the Cross Poison onto the Heatran slot because I knew he had to, well, he didn't have to, but he probably was going to switch that out. I'm just going to turn the timer off because I don't want him to time out here. I do want to actually play this game through. But I didn't know if Crobat could survive a Rock Slide there. It was on, what, like 60% or something, wasn't it? Oh, 72%. So I've turned the timer off to let this guy make his moves. So hopefully I'll make them a little bit quicker now. I don't want him to time out, basically. Not having Protect on Raichu here is... well, this is the downside, I suppose, because I can't stop him just going for a Fake Out onto Raichu. A Fake Out on Raichu probably won't knock it out, but I want to make sure that Raichu stays around, because as long as I've got Raichu, his Thundurus is not a problem. So I'm just going to Protect with Azumarill, and I'm going to bring Crobat in here. If the Lopunny is one of these... you know, strange Lopunny with Encore, which I quite like. Oh, there's a Taunt. Then, oh, he just goes for a return. Okay, well, that's interesting. But at least now I can bring my own Raichu in and pressure with Fake Out again. Then, obviously, Aqua Jet is +1 priority. I cannot get Encored into that. His last Pokemon was the Heatran, wasn't it? So, I could Fake Out the Lopunny and either go for a Play Rough or a Belly Drum. He has just shown Taunt, and he did want to taunt the Azumarill there, so he probably knows that I have got Belly Drum. So I'm kind of tempted not to do that. I would be tempted to do it, because at least if I've got a Belly Drum off, then I know that I can one-shot the Heatran, but I have got Blaziken in the back, so I don't think I'm too worried about that. So I'm just going to go for an Aqua Jet on the Lopunny and the Fake Out onto the Thundurus. He might switch the Thundurus out to Heatran. Oh, he has actually got Protect on Lopunny as well, which is quite interesting. But still, I can go for an Aqua Jet onto the Lopunny. And Thundurus, it can Taunt, maybe it's got Swagger. Hidden Power isn't going to do much to either of these. I'm just going to go for another Thunderbolt onto the Lopunny slot, in case he does switch, Heatran in. Oh, which he does. So Heatran's going to be taking a bit more damage. The combination of these two, means I can knock it out next turn. Excellent. With an Aqua Jet, which is very nice. He might go for another Hidden Power onto the Raichu here, and again, not having Protect is maybe a little bit of an issue here. Yeah, I wanna make sure that Azumarill stays safe, but I don't think he's gonna go for a Thunderbolt, so I'm gonna go for a play rough onto the Thundurus and bring Blaziken in here. Yeah. If he makes a super play and goes for the Thunderbolt on Azumarill here, then fair play to him. But yeah, I didn't see him doing that. And this might knock the Thundurus out. Yeah, it does do. It does a lot of damage. Play rough's one of them moves which it's 90% accurate and it's one single target. So it's not like Rock Slide where, you know, one can miss and one can hit and you're still okay. If, you know, it's all or nothing, isn't it, with Play Rough? 90% chance it hits, 10% chance, and you might be in a really sticky situation. But my opponent forfeits, recognizing that I have won this game. So, yeah, climbing further higher on the ladder, actually. Let's jump into another game and see how we go. Survive 63. I've seen this Alton showdown a bit recently, so let's wait for it to load up and see what we've got. Oh, okay, we've got a Trick Room team. We've got a Musharna, which is interesting. Very interesting. The Gengar here is actually the thing that worries me most, and the Rotom Wash. The Musharna, I mean, Musharna, you know, thinking back to 2012 and 13, I think used to carry Mental Herb. I think that was probably one of the more common items on it. But you've got to have a look at this and think, why has he got a Musharna instead of like a Cresselia? He can Earthquake because, you know, Cresselia has got Levitate. So I'm thinking maybe this Landorus has got Explosion. You know, maybe the Gengar's got Sludge Wave. I don't know, I wouldn't have thought so. Maybe the Camerupt's got Lava Plume. Don't know, who knows. I suppose Lava Plume is 100% accurate. But I think maybe this Landorus might have Explosion. That's my little inkling. I'm going to lead with Raichu and Azumarill here, though. And see, this Gengar is a little bit annoying. I'm going to, yeah, in this Rotom as well. I'm going to have Parasect here too. I want Parasect to get in the action. And I think Tyranitar might be quite safe here as well. So, let's see. Let's see how it leads. I don't want to see the Gengar or the Rotom. Okay. So we've got Gengar. We've got one of them. Musharna could get the Trick Room off here now. I mean, Gengar can Trick Room as well, actually. I'm just going to go for a Thunderbolt onto the Gengar, and I'm actually going to go for a Belly Drum. If he burns the Azumarill, then fair enough. I'm still at +6. I will still be doing a lot of damage. Ooh, he's using Helping Hand. Is it a Sludge Bomb? It is a Sludge Bomb, but it's on the Azumarill, on the Raichu, which I don't mind too much. My Azumarill is obviously in a very, very threatening position now. I'm going to put Parasect out because I can Rage Powder stuff away and I can Spore the Musharna. Basically, I can Spore Musharna, unless it's got Lumberry or Goggles, and Aqua Jet this Gengar here. I was tempted to Rage Powder and play Rough the Musharna, which might, because if you protect, yeah, he does, which would have turned out to be the, well, could have turned out to be the better move, but because I've just done that, you know, the Camerupts obviously doesn't threaten at all here either, so I'm safe to Aqua Jet the Gengar again, and the only thing that he can switch in to really take that is Rotom, so I'm just going to Spore that slot as well. Camerupt cannot wake up this turn because it was put to sleep there. It is Rotom coming in. So unless Rotom has got a Chesto Berry or a Lumberry, it's a Citrus Berry. Excellent. Rotom cannot wake up this turn as well because it's a, you know, first turn, blah blah blah. Camerupt can, so I'm just playing it safe. I'm just going to go for an Aqua Jet on that. Gengar and Musharna in the back. I think maybe he needed his Hariyama in this game because this would have, you know, he would have been able to bring it in, use Fake Out, and then possibly get a Trick Room off. Even though, yeah, I don't think he can do too much to get into this again. Even another, you know, Seed Bomb's going to knock this Gengar out if he lets that happen. He switched the Rotom out that turn, so Rotom again cannot wake up this turn. There's no way Rotom can wake up this turn, so I'm just going to go for a Seed Bomb on it and an Aqua Jet on Gengar. Gengar will probably protect, but okay, or it won't. Rotom, like I just said, it cannot wake up, so Seed Bomb does a good chunk onto it. Yeah, even an Aqua Jet now will knock Rotom out. So, you know, climbing higher again. Going to search for one game. Hopefully, the trend, like I keep saying, over the last few videos of losing the last game won't, you know, continue. But I've actually been doing pretty well in these last videos. So, yeah, I mean, the reason that I've been using this team, again, like in this video, is because it is quite fun to use, but after I did the video using those 3 different teams, you know, I used this team, I used the one with the Mega Gyarados, and I used the one with the Mega Metagross with Liepard. I asked, you know, a couple of my closest Pokemon friends, you know, which team do you think is best? And one of them said this one. Dingram best mod, apparently. So I just wanted to, you know, give this one a little bit more exposure, I suppose. Give it another go, because we have got the German National coming up this next weekend, which I'm actually really looking forward to. I can't wait for it. I'm hoping it's going to be, you know, good fun. And I'm still not 100% on the team that I'm going to use. So this team, after those last 2 games, I mean, this team is pretty, you know, tempting. But, you know, let's see. Kangaskhan again could have been the focus. It's one of them nasty things, isn't it? Blaziken is threatened by he's got his own Blaziken, by the Milotic and the Togetic, which could be a problem. Crobat could potentially be quite nice to taunt the Togetic, but it can't really do too much to Milotic, which will be the problem if I led with Crobat and Blaziken. But I think I am going to do that. Crobat, Blaziken. I kind of want Parasect here as well, actually. Or do I? I mean, just for the Milotic, that's what I was thinking. I want Azumarill here, definitely. But I'm thinking this Aegislash might be a problem too. I'm going to take Tyranitar, I think. Sorry, Amoongus. Amoongus. Extra sorry, Parasect, calling you Amoongus now. Oh, okay. So I can get a Taunt off onto this Togetic now. It can't wake up. It can't wake up. It can't flinch. And is he? Well, first of all, is he a really fast Kangaskhan? If he is, then he can just outspeed Blaziken straight away and knock it out. If he isn't, then I can basically just go straight for a superpower onto that. But do I want to risk it? That's the question. Else he could just return the Crobat. He might switch the Aegislash in for the Kangaskhan slot. That play does seem quite reasonable, or even the Milotic. Milotic would be, you know, like I was saying, would be quite good against these two. But I'm just going to go for a superpower, and I'm not going to protect. If he does bring the Aegislash in, then the Togetic will be taunted, and it won't be able to use Follow Me the next turn. Okay, well that was really stupid of me, because obviously it can get the Follow Me off before the taunt. So at least it's taunted now, but that was actually a really bad move on my part. That was just a lapse in concentration, because at -1, Blaziken is not going to be knocking out Kangaskhan now, so that was a massive problem. That was a really big mistake on my behalf. So not too happy about that. A Sucker Punch will probably even knock Blaziken out from here. But the question is he going to go for a Sucker Punch or what? I think I'm going to go for a Cross Poison, not a Brave Bird, onto Kangaskhan, because I think it'll still put it into superpower range, and go for Protect with Blaziken, hoping that he goes for a Sucker Punch onto Blaziken and allows me to get this hit off. Oh, so we Protect. So this is, you know, going terribly now. I lost my concentration on that first turn. I allowed him to basically get the Follow Me there. Yeah, I'm not happy about that, but I suppose that's what happens when you know, you don't think properly. I'm going to go for a quick guard. I'm going to try and get this superpower onto Kangaskhan. Just because, I mean, I could be losing both of my Pokemon here, but he doesn't go for a Sucker Punch, but I think I probably will be losing both of these now, yeah. But it does put it in Aqua Jet range, and actually Sandstorm range for, you know, 2 turns time. So I'm not in the worst of positions here, you know, however bad it seems. I can, it depends on if he gets a burn with the Milotic, basically. I've kind of got to Aqua Jet the Kangaskhan here, and I'm going to Mega Evolve and go for a Dragon Dance. I mean, the game isn't over. It's really not over. It just depends on if he gets a burn on my Tyranitar here, I think. Because, I mean, even an Icy Wind, maybe that could be a little bit problematic. But Sucker Punch won't do too much to Azumarill. And please no burn. Oh, he got the burn. Milotic isn't that bulky on the physical side, so if Tyranitar wasn't burnt here, it would still do a lot of damage to it. If he's got Aegislash now, then I think I probably have lost. But that first turn was just a... Oh, it's Landorus. It was a complete lapse in concentration. I'm not very happy about that. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm just going to... I think he's got to target the Azumarill here. That's the thing that he's threatened with most. But, I mean, I suppose he's not really too pressured with anything at the moment. I'm just going to go for a Rock Slide. Hope for some flinches. It could put the Landorus into Aqua Jet range, but now he can just follow me that away. So, yeah, that burn was pretty big. And he's just got Earthquake, actually. No Earth Power. It's not special. So... you know, that's this game. That was unfortunate. I'm pretty annoyed about that, but you know, it is what it is. So, yay, the trend of losing the third game in the video. So, you know, whatever. So, thanks for watching, guys. Soundtrack has been from Heroes 2, a very old game. I again have been Barry Anderson. Thanks for watching, guys, and goodbye for now.